Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
The majority of casinos in Michigan are ready to reopen. And if you're ready to take a chance, we'll tell you exactly what changes you're going to see.
It was disturbing video showing an elderly man being beaten inside a nursing home. Tonight, police are looking into a second video in the investigation.
We're going to begin, though, with large crowds of teenagers in downtown Detroit getting the attention of Detroit police. Glad you're with us for Local 4 News at 11. Dozens of them being detained by officers throughout the night for disorderly conduct.
The large gatherings were organized by a post on social media. Let's get right to Tim Pamplin, who's downtown with a night cam. Tim.
We're outside 20 Atwater, that's Hart Plaza up there. There's a Detroit police station just underneath Hart Plaza. Some of the youngsters that were detained were brought here. And then the phone call to the parents to come pick them up. The marauding crowds have been running through downtown Detroit all day, keeping the police on their toes in this cat and mouse game.
A lot of kids that came down. A lot of them orderly, but some of them weren't.
Police deployed the high-frequency phaser to try to get the crowds to move on. I'm being told a total of 40 youngsters detained, brought down here to the precinct. This all came about because of an Instagram post. They said they would settle their score downtown.
We were trying to, and we definitely encouraged all of them, as many as we could, to use PPE and social distancing. But I understand the kids, it's summertime, and they miss their school friends, but we want everybody to be responsible at the same time.
Detroit police tell us tonight, if you plan on coming down and mucking about, there will be consequences. That is the scene. Downtown tonight with the night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
All right, Tim. Well, a few scattered storms developed late tonight.
Well, let's head to Ben's place for a look at 4 Live radar and what he's tracking tonight. Ben?
Yeah, Devin and Kim, at least one storm had us on our toes here in the west zone, sort of running through parts of Livingston and Genesee County earlier. It got strong at a point, but there was never any thunderstorm warning with that cell, and you can see it sort of move through and dissipate here on 4 Live radar. Tomorrow morning, though, we could have a few more start to pop up. Usually we've been getting these in the afternoon, but tomorrow, as that low gets closer to us, could see a little bit of action early in the day. So once we get past sunrise, closer to the 8-9 o'clock hour, you can see some of these start to develop, especially in the south and west zone. And then we're going to see a lot more as we get into the afternoon and evening. It's our best chance of thunderstorms, but as a cold front comes through with those storms, it is going to change things. Our low tonight going into tomorrow morning is a 67. Our high on Saturday will be almost identical. Big changes coming from the weekend. We'll see how long that lasts coming up in just a few minutes. Guys?
Okay, Ben. It was disturbing video that went viral last week showing an elderly man taking punches inside a Detroit nursing home. A 20-year-old man is now facing charges for the attack, but now Detroit police are investigating a second beating video. Victor Williams is live tonight. Victor, what are police saying about this new video?
Well, they're looking into that second video to see if it's any type of connection with this man. But we talked to some other people that have loved ones in that same facility, and they're telling me that no one should have been in the position to be a victim in the first place.
I couldn't believe it. I was just so disheartened.
Tanisha Nelson was not only taken back the first time she saw the video of the disturbing assault on a 75-year-old man, allegedly at the hands of 20-year-old Jaden Hayden, she was also terrified for the life of her own son, also at the same facility, Westwood Rehabilitation Nursing Center.
I just don't want anyone else to have to go through that.
Her son has since been removed from the nursing home, but she's worried about other potential victims. An investigation has been opened up into Hayden's apparent YouTube channel where other videos have been posted of the 20-year-old allegedly harming others. At this point, it's unclear if any of the other beatings were in the same facility, but State Representative Leslie Love questions the decision to place Hayden in the same room with an older person to begin with.
I think any dorm director at a college near you would think twice about putting a 20-year-old and a 75-year-old in the same room together.
Wednesday, she spoke before a group of other politicians where she voiced her disgust on the situation, showing the graphic video. On top of that, Ms. Nelson has other concerns about the way patients are handled. She says even though her son has MERS, a disease that's highly contagious, he wasn't placed alone.
And my son should have been separate.
In the meantime, both Ms. Nelson and State Representative Love are at least happy Hayden is behind bars, but wonders who else could have potentially fallen victim to this man. The investigation still underway.
We want to make sure that environment is safe for our seniors.
And Hayden is facing several assault charges along with theft of property. It's believed that he then took the victim's credit card and then went on some type of shopping spree. In the meantime, we are reporting live. Victor Williams, Local 4.
All right, Victor. Tonight, the death toll surpassing 100,000 Americans killed by the coronavirus.
In Michigan, we now have more than 55,000 cases, with the state reporting 5,334 Michiganders killed by the virus. Today's headlines: Michigan State University announcing it plans to resume in-person classes this fall with a mix of online and classroom learning. And in Dearborn, the Ford Wyoming Drive-In Theater says it will reopen tomorrow night for the first time in months, but with new rules. Those rules include requiring guests to remain in their cars to watch the movies, and masks must also be worn for anyone going to the restroom or going to the concession stand.
While Detroit's casinos remain closed, 7 tribal casinos, which closed voluntarily, are reopening in the coming days. That includes Firekeepers Casino in Battle Creek and Soaring Eagle in Mount Pleasant. Jason Colthorpe reports from mid-Michigan, where the biggest changes for gamblers are going to be wearing masks and no smoking.
It's very odd, very odd without any guests or team members here.
A quiet, empty casino is definitely a strange sight, but that will change for most of Michigan's casinos, which will start opening over the next few days. Soaring Eagle in Mount Pleasant is taking steps to make sure gamblers' biggest risk are the odds.
All of our guests and team members are going to have their temperatures checked when they come in our entrances. We're going to have some infrared camera checking.
CEO Mike Bean acknowledges that many will look at casinos and assume they have the potential to become COVID-19 pop-up hotspots.
It's a balancing act. We put our best foot forward and try to have measures in place so that we can slow the spread and do the best we can.
The casino's actually using physical barriers between players and the dealer at certain gaming tables. And while that is obviously a good thing, casinos have a bigger problem. All the chips, the cards, the slot machines that hundreds of players could be touching before they get cleaned.
There are countless high-touch surfaces, and even with aggressive cleaning, things can be overlooked. Next, patrons are often older, often with multiple medical problems that would put them at high risk if they did get COVID. And finally, alcohol use is plentiful, which just makes people less cautious about distancing and hygiene.
We'll have regular cleaning of the chips and more frequent changing out of the card decks for table games. Every other slot machine, for the most part, will be turned off. So certainly it's not perfect. There will be times where the chips are on the last minute before getting cleaned. So we're working out the kinks on what that interval looks like.
As for Soaring Eagle, it's opening Friday night for a soft open for invited guests only. Then it's going to use the weekend to iron out any kinks there are, and come Monday, both the casino and the hotel are open to everyone. In Mount Pleasant, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
Somerset Collection is joining the growing list of retailers welcoming shoppers back inside. The stores are going to reopen Friday. The hours will be reduced. It'll run from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. In addition to state-mandated health and safety protocols, Somerset is adding greeters who will handle opening and closing the doors and provide masks. The decision to reopen is up to the individual retailers inside, but curbside pickup will continue. For a list of the stores that are reopening, you can head to clickondetroit.com.
A significant announcement from Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan today, who says anyone in Metro Detroit can now get a coronavirus test at the state fairgrounds.
We are one region, and unless we beat COVID-19 as a region, we're not really going to wipe it out. And so we've made the decision that starting today, anybody in southeastern Michigan can get a test at the fairgrounds. Don't need a prescription, don't need any money. You can get a free test at the fairgrounds. We want anybody in southeastern Michigan who needs one to come out and get one, but you have to get an appointment.
To set up an appointment, you can call 313-230-0505. The mayor says anyone calling that number can get an appointment within 48 hours.
Tomorrow, President Trump is expected to sign an executive order relating to social media companies. Of course, it comes one day after Twitter added a fact-check label to 2 of President's tweets about mail-in voting. The president responded by accusing the platform of interfering in November's presidential election. The White House thus far has not released any other details nor the intent of the order, but we will obviously follow it tomorrow.
Still ahead, an Oakland County man is accused of leaving the scene of a crash on a skateboard.
What he did that has him facing felony charges once deputies confronted him.
They deserve to know why these dams failed.
But first, 1 week since the devastating flooding in mid-Michigan, the governor launching an investigation to find out who's responsible for the failure of the dam. That's next.